Okay, hey everyone, welcome back. This is my second video on the Nintendo Switch 2 because sure, why not? Anyways, I wanted to go over a couple things today, mostly because I've been seeing a lot of people talk about stuff, but I don't want to keep rehashing things. So here are just a few things that we reasonably know about Nintendo Switch 2 at the point in time. Obviously, we're going to get more information, but for now, here's what we know. So let's start with Hall effect sensors. Basically, in the Switch 1, it used to stick drift. I never experienced that, but hey, people have. So basically, the original leaker who showed us the finalized design for the Switch basically pointed out that in a teardown, it is possible that Hall effect sensors might be there. Now, take that with a grain of salt. I don't really know. I can't really find the site and sorts for it at the moment, but I think it's reasonable to expect that, and I think we'll probably get it. Backwards compatibility. So I saw a huge amount of videos relating to backwards compatibility where everybody was going on and on about, oh no, we're not going to be able to play any games from Switch 1. It's going to be a disaster. You know, everybody basically doom posting because they could. They need to chill out. Basically, most likely it is probably related to things that use third-party accessories or that use the Switch's actual dimensions as part of the accessories, whether that be the Ring Fit Adventure. Obviously, you can put um, the bigger Joy-Cons into the plastic mold, which is built for a very specific set of dimensions. In the same way that it's probably Labo as well, you know. That's probably where Nintendo says, hey, you know, backwards compatibility not going to be available for those. And the truth is that there's probably going to be a lot of games, both digital and physical, that probably not going to be able to use the new power of the Switch 2, because it may require a patch, it may require an update, or maybe it was just so dialed in that it can't go above a certain set of values. That's also a possibility, and that's probably what they're protecting themselves against. So as for backwards compatibility, I expect most of Nintendo's game outside of their, you know, their Ring Fit Adventures, which they actually don't own that, but like the Labo, the Mario Kart nonsense, I'm sure everything else will probably work. Third party people probably need to sort out this after. And the new nVidia GPU. So basically, we know obviously that Nintendo has a custom GPU from nVidia based on the previous Tegra chip found in the Switch 1. Now, right now, we basically here, and it could be somewhere between the RTX 20 and 30 series. It might be the 20 series, but with 30 series ray tracing cores or CUDA cores or something like that. I know that there are some specifications leaked around of possibilities, but until we actually have the device and tear it down, we're not really going to be able to know. I also saw people trying to do these one-to-one comparisons between the PlayStation 4, the Xbox 360, or the Xbox One, sorry, and comparing it to this new Switch 2 based on the leaked teraflops and whatnot. Now, the PlayStation and Xbox consoles, like most of the other consoles, use AMD hardware, and it is not an apples to apples comparison. So while we could reasonably figure out like where this is or how it is going in which direction, truthfully, there isn't much we can really pull from that. Although I imagine probably some of those handhelds, I don't know if any other handheld has a NVIDIA chip, but that's probably where you want to be looking at, not specifically the AMD chips from the PS4 and the Xbox series. Mystery sensors and Joy-Cons. Okay, so again, based on the leaks, based on the actual video that we've seen, there is a sensor on the right hand Joy-Con. I think it's on the left hand too, I'm not entirely sure, but it is on the right hand Joy-Con, and basically it could be a mouse. That is what we are thinking about. It could be a mouse, you know, so that you can have a pointer. The Wii had a pointer, Switch technically had a pointer, but nobody really made use of it. Despite that, and everybody's like expecting a mouse-like experience, I think that it could potentially be for extra accessories. Third-party accessories could use it and interface with it, much like how Labo did, much like how Ring Fit did. You know, I mean, it might make it easier to slot it into other devices and it will line up with Nintendo's kind of ooh fancy toy like things. I don't know. Point is, I think that there could be more applications for it, and I am hoping that third party developers also make use of it so that, is we not just stuck with a, oh, look, it's a mouse. Although, I mean, to be fair, I would really enjoy if it was a mouse. I mean, bring back Mario Paint, I don't know, something like that. And while we're on mystery things in the Joy-Cons, we do have a mystery button. And that mystery button, now again, same leaker from the original Hall Effect sensor stuff, basically showed that the little blanked off button had a C on it. Now, many have speculated online variously it could be related to casting the gameplay to a live stream service or capturing the moment, maybe like past 3 or 4 minutes. nVidia does have that capture ability in their software, so it is possible. But it also could be related to something like Street Pass. Maybe it brings up a in-service social media, kind of like the not Street Pass. What it was, the Wii World. I can't remember the name of it. I didn't have a Wii, so I don't really know. But it could be something like that, or maybe it could be, some other random thing, some other random application related. Maybe it's like on the Nintendo phone apps. Maybe there's something because they are still pushing Nintendo on phone apps, so that is a possibility. I do think most likely it'll probably be a custom in-house social media service. I think that'll probably make the most amount of sense at the moment. And finally, third-party publishers and developers. Now, after seeing the success of the Switch 1, no doubt in the first year of the Switch 2 is going to see a huge number of third-party publishers rush to become the next big breakout game, which is possible. And this isn't something that I'm just making up. Multiple articles across multiple large publications such as Forum, Game Industry Biz, and multiple others have had interviews with big, large publishers, and they basically have said they are going to support the Switch 2. It is going to be a big deal for them. They are going to make a push, and we could see that throughout the rest of the year. Once the Switch 2 drops, we could be seeing a constant stream of games from last generation, maybe some cross-platform from this generation is possible. And I do think that it's going to be a lot of games. So I do feel like we're going to be a little bit spoiled here in the first year. And that is a bit worrying because if it does not perform as well as they could, because as we all know, the Nintendo Switch 2 is only going to have 20 million units this year. And there's a very real chance that it could sell out. So that is also trouble. That's also a possibility, but it remains to be seen. And hopefully, the third-party publishers and developers do in fact support the system, and people do in fact buy it so that we could get more. And I would really like to see a lot of more interesting indie games. A lot of those obscure ones like the Boku no Natsumi, stuff like that. Now, I know it came back, but there's like tons of those that never got a lifeline. And I'm sure there are so much more out there right now. So I do hope that with the success of the Switch 1, we do get a bigger push from small developers as well. And so, yeah, that's what we reasonably know about the Switch 2 right now. I tried to scrub as much of these rumor-esque items here, and reasonably all of these things exist. And as a result, I think this is a fairly good thing, kind of a grain of salt thing that we could expect. As you all know, the Nintendo Switch 2 is a little hours off. I'm going to try to do a video about it maybe every week or so, get us both up to speed with it. I won't be following it every single day, all the time. So anyways, yeah, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this was useful for you. What third-party publishers are you hoping jumps on board? Like, is there any other indie games you'd love to see come to the Switch? Let me know, because I also need some Switch games too to cover. Anyways, thank you all very much.